To calculate the molar mass, you need to go to a periodic table, look at the atomic mass of each element, and add them together. In the first part of the reaction, we're going to be working with sodium hydroxide. So you go to a periodic table, look at the atomic mass of each element, and add them together. And you do the same with the rest of the products in the reaction. After we've calculated the molar mass, we're going to find out the grams of sodium hydroxide, which was given to us in the experiment sheet. Then the grams of copper sulfate, which was also given to us in the experiment sheet. After finding out the number of grams, we want to find out the number of moles in sodium hydroxide, and we do this by dividing the number of grams by the molar mass. In this case, it would be 1/40, which is equal to 0.025. To find out the moles in copper sulfate, we need to follow the same steps. Therefore, we divide 0.62 over 159.62, which is equal to 0.003884, which will then be rounded up to 0.004. And these are all our calculations for the reaction part. After doing the calculations, we found out that the ratio is 2/1, meaning that the number of moles for sodium sulfate and copper hydroxide will be 0.004. Now we already have the number of moles and molar mass for sodium sulfate. Therefore, we need to find the number of grams. And we do this by multiplying the number of moles by the molar mass. But we need to remember that we use the actual number, not the number we rounded up. So in this case, we do 0.003884225 times 142.05, which is equal to 0.55175416113, which will then be rounded up to 0.552, and that is the number of grams for sodium sulfate. The last step to complete the table is to find the number of grams for copper hydroxide, which is the number of moles times the molar mass. In this case, it would be 0.003884225 times 97.57, which is equal to 0.3789838333, which will then be rounded up to 0.379, and that's the number of grams copper hydroxide.
To find the percentage of yield, you have to use the formula by doing the actual yield divided by theoretical yield times 100, and then you find the percentage of yield. To find the actual yield, we have to measure the mass of the filter, which is 1.07 gram. We put the filter and the product on the weigh scale, and we measured that it's 1.42 gram. To find the actual yield, we have to do 1.42. So you do 1.07 subtract from the 1.42, which is 0.35. To find the theoretical yield, we have to look in the table. We look at the smaller m, which is defined as the grams. If we see that copper hydroxide is 0.379, which is the closest to the actual yield, which is 0.35. That's why the theoretical yield is 0.379 grams. Now we're gonna calculate the percentage of yield, and we use this formula. It is actual yield divided by theoretical yield times 100. The actual yield is 0.35. Divided by the theoretical yield, which is the 0.379 times 100. If we calculate that, we find that it's 92.35%.
We predicted that since the actual yield and the theoretical yield are so close, our percentage of yield should have been between 90% and 95%.